Now let's bring in our news panel. Joining me from Washington is Washington correspondent for the Australian newspaper, Adam Creighton, and columnist for the New York Post and Fox News, Carol Markowitz. Thanks so much for joining me here today. Adam, starting with you, how could the Democrats expect to be taken seriously when they collapse into screaming fits of hysteria defending, of all people, Ilhan Omar?
True. Yes, look, it really was hysterical and completely over the top and ridiculous. The Democrats have to realise that the same standard that they created in the previous Congress when certain Republicans were removed from committees is now being applied to them as well. So, you know, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. And so they have invented this new standard and they're going to have to face the consequences. Sadly, you might say, this is now par for the course in future Congresses, that whoever controls the majority in the lower house will decide that they have the right to veto the nominations from the other side. But just on the substance of the actual removal, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, it seems a perfectly reasonable move. And the claim of, racism or being anti-Muslim is completely absurd because the Republicans have also removed two white men from the Intelligence Committee. So this is hardly about race. It's about principle based on a standard that Democrats themselves have set up.
Indeed, and Carol Markowitz, I could spend the rest of the show just playing clips of dodgy stuff Ilhan Omar has said and done in the past, not just about the Jewish people, but American troops, national security, and more. Do the Democrats still, though, Carol, have an anti-Semitism problem? And do you think voters will reward this sort of cleaning house maybe come 2024?
So, yeah, they still have an anti-Semitism problem, definitely. Among other things that Ilhan Omar has said, she made fun of Americans for being concerned about al-Qaeda. And this is, in the post 9/11 time where we should be concerned about al-Qaeda. So she's done and said really noxious things. You're right, not just about the Jews. But the fact is she has targeted Jews specifically for criticism. She has gone to Israel with a really anti-Semitic, Nazi-loving, and that's not an exaggeration, group. And so, yeah, she got kicked off and that all these Democrats are mad. They started this standard of removing people when we don't like them. And Republicans don't like Ilhan Omar. So there you go.
There you go.